at 11 o'clock, we've got more cartoon crazy stuff with the Karate Pigs. They're my favourite. I just love those little pig guys. In just a few moments, we'll be taking a look at some of the crazy stuff, drawings and paintings you've been sending in. But first, something really different, something really special. The Junior Gazette, a voice for today's youth. Now, that's what I call good news. And this morning, we're going to be talking to the editor, Linda Day. Matter of fact, I think she might be in Cool Cat's den right now. Cool Cat?
Hey, that's right, Zach. So get over here and say a big hello to Linda Day. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Are you feeling cool?
No, I'm fine.
OK, Linda, tell us about the Junior Gazette. How did it all start then?
Well...
Hang on, Zach. You said I could interview her.
Hey, Cool Cat, it's my turn.
You always take the pretty ones for yourself.
Isn't that cat terrible?
Well, it's not very convincing.
Right. He just needs you to play with him a little bit, that's all.
What?
Go on. A quick scratch behind the ears. That's how to shut up a stupid animal.
Well, if that's what it takes. Now, are we going to do this interview? They said it was going to be a serious interview. That's why I came along.
Yeah, right, sure, yeah. I'm kind of into serious stuff myself. Yeah, so let's get serious. Now, it says here, you started the newspaper when you're in the sixth form at Norbridge High School, and since then you've left school and you've started running the paper commercially, and you're even expanding the distribution into some nearby towns and cities. Is that right?
That's right, we're all very excited.
Can't leave you much time for boyfriends.
Pardon?
You know, boyfriends. You can't have much time for them.
Actually, I've managed to solve that problem.
Really? How?
An escort agency. They're very good. Just give them your favourite height and shoulder width and you've got some beefcake on your arm before you know it. Mind if I give the telephone number? I promise them a plug. Don't you think that was a ridiculously patronising question? I expected a serious interview. What I didn't expect was to find myself talking to an improbable-looking domestic pet that has somehow acquired the power of speech.
You talking about my cat?
No.
Listen, Linda, I think maybe you're getting the wrong end of the stick.
Strangely enough, I don't particularly feel like taking advice from a man who spends his time behind a sofa with his arm up an artificial cat.
Ah, right.
Shall I tell you something about the Junior Gazette? We always make the assumption that we're dealing with people with a certain degree of intelligence. Maybe if this show didn't think of its audience as a backward three-year-old with the attention span of a goldfish, I wouldn't currently be attempting conversation with an unconvincing puppet and a prat on wheels. Good morning.
Whoa.
Whoa. We'll take a break now. Back in a moment.
Linda! Julie Craig. Remember me?
Well, I'll certainly keep you in mind.
No. Do you remember me? I used to run your graphics department.
Oh, yeah, we did used to have a blonde in there. Are you Sam?
Sam came after me. She was blonde too.
There were two of those.
Yeah. Right, well, I've got to go. It's been great talking over old times.
Oh, so you've left the paper?
See you around, Linda. So how was I?
You should get your own series.
We'll be going on to the cemetery at 10, all right? Why don't you have some tea first? Linda, it's good of you to come.
It's a pleasure. Well, it's not exactly a pleasure, but it's a nice house.
We're going to the cemetery at 10.
Great. OK.
this is serious, right?
I think that is the prevailing mood.
So who's going to be our new owner?
Linda, we haven't buried the old one yet.
Well, I admire your optimism, but I think it's going to happen. This could be bad news for us. We're already on a wafer-thin profit margin with this expansion thing. A new owner could just decide we're not worth it and pull the plugs altogether, just when we were really getting somewhere.
Speaking of bad news, we're still at the funeral of a man who died 1 week before his 57th birthday.
Yeah, that's sad too.
You're a lady of unexpected depths, Linda, to which you regularly sink.
OK, so it's rough on Campbell as well. But at least he won't have to worry about the employment of 23 people tomorrow morning.
See the guy nearest the window? The one doing all the talking? Bobby Campbell, the nephew. David didn't have any immediate family, so Bobby inherits the papers.
What does he do?
A lot, according to him. He wanted to bet me he could strike 2 major deals before we hit the church.
He was betting on deals at a funeral.
And it looks as if I'm going to lose.
That's who's going to decide our future.
I'll see if I can shake him loose and get him to come over. You ought to meet him.
Why, do you think he's made the decision already?
Well, let's see.
Thanks.
Sarah? Sarah?
Coming.
Who's my assistant editor this week? Where's Julian? He was doing really well.
He's doing even better, now that he's managed to lose the stammer and doesn't flinch at loud noises.
So he's not coming in?
Do you really think it's reasonable to keep punishing people for not being Kenny?
Well, they're not, are they?
Can't someone else do this stupid job?
Fancy being Linda's assistant for a week?
No, I think I want to concentrate more on mail delivery.
I'm really loved around here, aren't I?
Don't start this again.
I can't even meet a guy who can bear to stay on the same continent. Kenny's off to Australia, Spike's back in America.
Linda, you're off again. See what I mean? Look, I think you're going to have to forget about Spike. And Kenny, for that matter. We need to find someone else who can stand sitting here, which isn't an easy trick.
Have we tried everyone?
Everyone who was willing.
It didn't seem to take long.
No. Anyway, I've got work to do.
Hello again. Oh, hi. Sarah, you remember Sam?
Yeah, I do. Good to see you again, Julie.
And you. Love the hair.
Listen, I'll catch up with you in a moment. Stuff to do.
Sure, I remember. Don't mind Sarah. Julie was the girl before you. Yeah, I heard. So what can I do for you?
You know the show I work on now, Crazy Stuff, the one you did? Well, you're a big hit. We got tons of letters.
You're kidding me.
No, honest. And in fact, we were wondering if you'd be interested in coming back.
Fraz? You okay?
I just got fired.
That can't be right. Must be some kind of
Sarah, I've just got this letter. What's going on?
I don't believe this.
Linda, you were a natural. All the kids hate that cat. They loved it when you slagged it off.
It's not an experience I want to repeat. That's final.
Linda.
In a moment, Sarah.
It's urgent, really urgent.
Well, I've got to go anyway. I just thought I'd pop in on the off chance.
No chance. What are you doing?
I know what you're all thinking, but this has got nothing to do with me. As if I'd sell the Junior Gazette. And I'm sick and tired of these endless accusations.
What accusations?
Just cut it out, OK?
I'll see you guys around.
Fine, sure. Colin, what are you on about?
I don't have to put up with this.
You better read this.
You listening to me?
Colin, one lousy time I threw an ashtray, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it at every meeting.
We're fighting for survival here, Linda, unarmed.
Come on in.
Besides, we're not doing meeting here, we're making a pitch, which is my department. You'll only get mad at him. Look, this Bobby Campbell fella sounds like a right sleazy, money-grabbing lowlife. Just my type of guy. Bobby Campbell! Great to meet you. I'm Colin Matthews. This is my editor, Linda Day. You've obviously already met Matt. OK guy, but laced up a bit straight. We'll talk. Can I just say, concerning your uncle's death, bummer. When you're talking about David Campbell, you're talking about my favourite dead guy.
Thank you.
I mean, Dave Campbell. He was much more to us than just a signature on a pile of cheques, and I really mean that. He was Dad to the whole news team. He was Pop. He was the old man. Your uncle, Bobby, was my father.
Can I make a point here?
Hey, sure. We're cousins.
The Junior Gazette is closing. No further discussion.
I really respect bluntness, but...
Now listen to me. Your paper doesn't sell enough. It doesn't make enough money. So it's finished. And I'm closing it. Understood? Understood?
Bluntness City.
Fine. Matt, can we discuss what you're charging for advertising? I don't see enough money coming in for that.
Sarah, could you get me the number of the Crazy Stuff production office? Judy Craig's extension, if possible. I'll be in Colin's office.
Sure.
Linda, what's happening?
What's happening, Fraz, is we've got 2 more editions to put out before the paper terminates.
What's the point? I mean, party's over, right? So what's the point?
The point, Fraz, is we are being closed down because we don't sell enough papers, which is fine, which is perfectly fair. I have no quarrel with that. This is business, after all. So it's simple enough, isn't it? We've got to up our sales figures so much Bobby Campbell would be mad to turn us off. We've got 2 weeks to be too good to miss. You're all very quiet for people running for their lives.
I've got the number. You're really going to plug us on the air? Will they allow that?
It's live. I won't tell them I'm going to. This is your big chance, salesman. Double our profits.
Can't be done.
You have complete editorial control. Put in the paper what you damn well like, but make people buy it.
It's completely impossible.
Fine. You've got a week.
Hi, Julie. It's Sarah Jackson. Linda for you.
Hi.
Linda?
I changed my mind. I'll be there on Saturday.
Hey, great. Let me tell you what we've got in mind.
Tell me on the day. One thing, though. Whatever I'm doing, I want it live. Nothing pre-recorded, OK?
Fine, sure. The whole show's live anyway. Look,
I'll be in touch.
She went for it.
Well, she's no reason to suspect anything, has she? Now, Colin.
that was her. She went for it. And she doesn't suspect a thing.
Hi, it's the Crazy Stuff, and what have we got on the show for you today? Well, why don't I just tell you? In half an hour, the Karate Pigs are facing the badgers of death in a new 2-part story. And after that, we're going to be talking to some kids who found a very unusual way of raising money for charity. But first, Remember last week? Remember the Junior Gazette and Linda Day? Tough lady, right? For those of you who missed it, we had a little interview going with her, and she went storming off because she didn't like our style. Well, she hasn't held it against us because she's back with us this morning, and who knows, we may get a little of our own back. Cool cat?
Hi, Zach. I've got the lady herself sitting right next to me, so come on over and say hello again. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Feeling any cooler?
Still fine?
Hey, great.
Hi, Linda. You forgiven us?
Yeah, sure. Listen, I've got something to say that may be a little unexpected.
Well, that's kind of funny, because we've got something for you that's going to be really unexpected. Hey, Zach?
That's right. You see, sometimes on the show, Linda, we like to spring little surprises on our guests.
Surprises?
That's right. You see, the last time you were on, we got a lot of reaction.
Spike.
People kind of wanted to know how you got to be so, well, bad-tempered. And then someone got in touch who explained it all. Even why you were so touchy on the subject of boyfriends.
What on earth are you talking about?
We're about to give you the happiest surprise of your life.
I can't watch this.
Because there's a guy out there you're just crazy about. Someone who you don't think you're going to see again. Someone who, maybe, brings out your softer side.
My what?
They don't know what they're dealing with.
Why don't you take a little look behind you?
Who's he?
What?
Don't mind her, Zach. She's just overcome.
I've never seen this joke before in my life.
Hey, I resent that. I'm the jerk you used to go out with.
Could you get rid of this person, please?
Well, I could if you wanted to.
By the way,
I
neat
can't-
trick slipping that cassette in Zoe's Walkman. I owe you for that.
Is that what this is about?
Have I got style or what?
I'm not being unreasonable here. I'm keeping my cool. All I want is simply for this person to be removed from the studios and shot dead.
But you just said you'd never met him before.
I suppose that's what you call an instant dislike.
Tell me something, Thompson. Do you actually enjoy doing this kind of thing in public?
Do I? Answer's on a postcard.
You're sick, you know that.
Look, guys, obviously this is a very emotional moment for both of you.
I'm sick. Do you know what she did? I poured my heart out to this woman about how I feel about her. So she tapes it, sticks the cassette in my girlfriend's Walkman. That's sick.
How would you two like to come on our video panel?
Shut up!
Right, fine.
Ever since the first day you came into my life, you've been screwing it up for me. Why didn't I see you coming?
Didn't see me coming. For the first 6 months, he was following me around my office, dragging his tongue. He left tracks.
This was not a one-way thing. If she saw me take off my jacket, we had to hose her down.
This is pathetic, isn't it? Phone in if you think this is pathetic.
Well, that's great, but I'm afraid that's all we got time for, Frogs.
Hey, you're getting worse, do you know that? You're a war-to-repress, power-mad bitch. You don't have the morals of an alley cat. And you never made a friend that you didn't use.
Yeah? Well, you've got big lips.
What, is that the best you can do?
Try this. Got a smart aleck answer for that, you shallow, show-off American lame brain?
Well, that's just fine. But I'm afraid it's time to go over now to have a look at some of the pictures you've been sending in. So...
Sex and violence. I love children's television.
It wasn't much of a plug, was it?
Oh, no. You wait.
And finally, a surprise reunion on the children's Saturday morning show Crazy Stuff caused some unexpected problems.
The best thing on telly all week was on this Saturday morning kids show where this guy and this girl are just standing there slapping one another.
Most of you want to see. The moment when a couple of teenage sweethearts were reunited on a Saturday morning kids show.
I happened to be watching a Saturday morning children's show, and I saw this young girl being confronted by a boyfriend she thought had left her. I mean, it was disgusting.
Spike and Linda are coming back on the show.
Well, we're not sure, because we haven't been able to get in touch. But we'll let you know when we do.
Absolutely.
What are you lot doing in here? Get out!
Oh, please.
Look, I'll sign one and the rest of you can copy it. Who'll ever know, right? Now out of here, the lot of you.
Are you going to marry Spike?
No, I'm not.
Do you love him?
No, I don't.
That was quite a kiss.
Actually, he presses too hard and he's always a bit wet. Now out.
Hi. Good to see you back.
I've been everywhere trying to drum up support for the paper. All anyone ever wants to know is whether I'm going to marry Spike Thompson. It's not looking good, Sarah. How's Colin doing on the next edition?
Fine. So it's tough being a star, eh?
I get recognised everywhere I go. I've had to start wearing these.
I keep getting recognized. I'll have to stop wearing these.
What are you doing here?
But you guys were going out of business. I won't be able to work in this country without the Junior Gazette.
Thanks for giving me the bright side.
Linda, about that kiss.
We'll talk about that later.
Fine, sure.
The slapping we'll talk about now.
Look, before you guys start, I think you'd better see what Colin's doing with the next edition. It's possible you may not be entirely enthusiastic.
Okay, remember, it's £1 just to look, but it's £5 if you actually want to sit in the chair, okay?
Kevin, where's Colin? I've done the front page.
Let me see that.
Hi, you crazy romantic kids. We've more than doubled the amount of newsagents placing orders. I've made them all sign a 2-year contract before they get the special. Boy, are we making a killing on advertising space. Isn't love great?
This is the lowest kind of news, Colin.
Hey, but it's selling right. By the way, can you both sing? There's a possibility of a record release.
Colin!
And we're getting together a treatment for a television series. Don't worry, Spike, we'll get a genuine American to play you.
I don't believe this. You're using our personal lives to publicize the paper.
Look, someone's going to do a biggie on this story. At least if it's us, it'll be done with tact, taste and discretion. With Free Spike and Linda Doles.
Colin. I heard they were both in. Can we do the photo now, yeah?
Hey, sure. As long as you remember the deal.
1 photo on the front page, 2 months free printing. I think that's fair. Okay, Brian.
I take it we're back in business now?
Hey, I was only joking about that stuff. Couldn't you tell?
Fine. Get out of my newsroom.
Great. She's just like she is on the telly.
Linda, you know you don't have to thank me.
I think it might be a good idea if you contact your next of kin right now.
I'm grateful, Colin. I'm so grateful I could kill you. In fact, I think I'm going to.
Can I just make a point here? What is your problem? You've got your boyfriend and the newspaper back. What more do you want?
Keep out of this, Sam.
It's Julie, not Sam. Julie. And you're only pretending you forget to annoy me. Well, it does annoy me, so cut it out. Now, since it's a fact that you wouldn't still be sitting in that chair if it wasn't for me setting up with Spike and Colin making you a star, don't you think some thank yous are in order?
Thank you, Colin.
That didn't sound very sincere, did it?
Don't push it, lame brain.
That is enough, Linda.
Is something bugging you, Julie? I've never seen anyone behave like this in the newsroom. Well, anyone else?
The Crazy Stuff production team got a rocket for all that stuff happening on Children's Hour. Naturally enough, me being the most junior person on the show, I was fired.
Welcome back.